So you're about to start law school. And if you're feeling that classic mix of pure excitement and, let's be real, a little bit of terror, you are in exactly the right place. What we're going to do here is give you the unwritten rules, the insider guide that can take other people months to figure out, and sometimes they don't until it's way too late.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way right now, because this is the single most important idea you need to grab onto. It is a complete game changer. And this isn't just some catchy phrase on a coffee mug, it's about a fundamental rewiring of your brain. Honestly, your first and most critical assignment is to forget your old study habits and just trust this new process.
Here's how we're going to break this down for you. First, we'll tackle that crucial mindset shift. Then, we'll get into learning the tools of the trade. And finally, we'll talk about mastering the profession, which starts on day one.
All right, let's dive into part one, the mindset shift. This is all about dismantling how you've always studied. And this is so important. Everything that made you successful enough to get into law school could actually be what holds you back now. Sounds crazy, right? But stick with me.
Think about it. Your entire life, especially in school, has trained you to hunt for this one thing, the right answer. You're a high achiever. That's why you're here. You've been rewarded over and over again for finding that one correct solution on every test you've ever taken.
Well, get ready for a huge pivot. Because in law school, searching for that single right answer, it's a trap. It's a rookie mistake that will just lead to massive frustration. Because honestly, it almost never exists.
So your new goal is to become a master of the argument. You need to shift your brain from finding an answer to mastering a process. Your job now is to take a bunch of facts, apply a legal rule, and then just show your work. A fantastic exam answer will often argue both sides really well because all the points are in the analysis, not in whatever conclusion you come to.
And pretty quickly, you'll see that the law is way less about black and white rules and much more about applying a standard of reasonableness. And you're going to meet concepts like this guy, the reasonable person. He's a tool the law uses to find fairness. The key is it's not about what you would do, it's about what this imaginary, super careful person would have done.
So once you started making that mental shift, we need to give you the actual tools for the job. Let's move into part two. This is where that abstract idea of thinking like a lawyer gets really concrete really fast. Now, you're going to open your books and see cases from like the 1800s, and you wonder, why on earth am I reading this? Well, it's because you're not just memorizing rules, you're learning the entire operating system of American law. That's the common law. And those old cases, they show you the deep, foundational logic that even our modern laws are built on top of.
And listen, when I say you are learning a new language, I am not being metaphorical. You have to treat legal vocabulary with the exact same precision you'd use for a foreign language. Everyday words you think you know have completely different, super specific meanings here. Skimming is not your friend.
Here's a perfect example. Take the word consideration. In normal life, it means being thoughtful or kind. But in contract law, it's a bargained for exchange of value. If there's no consideration, there is no contract. End of story. This is why you need a legal dictionary, and you need to have it by your side constantly.
Okay, let's talk about writing. You know that beautiful, creative, flowery prose that got you an A in your undergrad English class? Yeah, you have to forget all of that. In fact, it's a liability now. Legal writing is all about precision, logic, and a very rigid structure. And this is that structure. It's called IRAC, and it is non-negotiable. Seriously, do not fight it. Trying to resist IRAC is probably the #1 reason really smart students struggle. Mastering this formula proves you can organize your thoughts like a lawyer.
Okay, last part, and this one is huge. This is where we connect all these academic skills to the real world. Because you have to understand, law school isn't just school, it's professional training, and it starts on your very first day. See, law school doesn't just train your brain, it trains your habits. So get ready, because your calendar is about to become the most important tool you own. The workload is designed to be massive, but it is manageable if you are impeccably organized. This is your first real lesson in professional responsibility. And to understand why this is so serious, just remember this number. 0. That's the number of extensions you get on a court filing, the number of days you can be late. 0. There are no excuses.
And that is why your professors are going to be absolute sticklers for deadlines. They're not just being difficult, I promise. They are preparing you for the reality of being a lawyer, where one simple mistake, one missed deadline, can cost a client their entire case and you your entire career.
So what's your survival plan? From day one, you need an airtight system. Get a planner, master your digital calendar, whatever it takes. Plot out the entire semester, then work backward from your big exams to schedule every single reading and study session. You have to treat that schedule like it's an unbreakable contract.
So are you ready? Because your first case, it's not in a courtroom. Your first case is mastering this entire process. Success here isn't just about what you learn, it's about how you learn to think, to write, and to act like a professional. So embrace the challenge, trust the structure, and start building those habits today. Your future self will thank you.